Facial cupping has many benefits and is often used in place of face, neck, and décolleté massage during facial treatments, or it can be performed on its own. This video shows you how to incorporate facial cupping into a typical facial treatment. Check with your individual state to ensure you are within the scope of practice for your license before you begin offering facial cupping. Special cups are used which are contoured for the face and smaller in diameter compared with cups used on the body. Facial cups either have a rubber bulb on the end to create suction or are made of silicone, which is squeezed, creating the vacuum necessary, like the ones used in this video. Skin should be cleaned thoroughly before the treatment, and a light application of facial oil should be applied so cups can seal well and glide smoothly. To perform facial cupping, squeeze the cup gently before placing the opening onto skin's surface. Cups can be placed and left in one position, a technique called sight cupping, or they can be slowly dragged across the face in a technique called gliding cupping. Sight cupping is typically done over a particularly deep wrinkle in order to plump the area, bringing in fresh blood, oxygen, and nutrients. For sight cupping, allow the cup to rest on the skin for several seconds before removing. Gliding cupping is done to reduce congestion and encourage the movement of excess fluid to the nearest lymphatic vessels to drain an area. While applying light pressure, release the squeezing pressure to allow the cup to create suction on the skin. For gliding cupping, use gentle pressure to glide the cup across the skin before releasing. To release, gently squeeze the cup again and remove from the skin. Facial cupping uses a much gentler suction than cupping done on the body, and as such is painless and should never leave marks on the skin. When performing cupping, work each site or gliding pathway 3 times before moving to the next. Work one side of the face first, repeating on the other side. Slower movements increase lymphatic drainage and reduce puffiness, while faster movements increase circulation and stimulate collagen, improving elasticity in the skin. Skin integrity can vary based on client age and health, so be careful that you're not using suction strong enough to break capillaries, bruise the skin, or leave marks. Pre- and post facial cupping instructions and information. Clients should be advised to avoid makeup the day of treatment in order to minimize impurities in the skin. Clients should also be encouraged to stay well hydrated both before and after treatment to maximize the benefits. Shaving or other hair removal should be avoided on the day of the cupping treatment, as skin will be more sensitive. Excessive heat or sun exposure should also be avoided, as skin may be sensitive for up to 12 hours after treatment. As with any facial, cupping draws impurities to the surface and there may be a breakout immediately after treatment, so cupping should be avoided within 3 to 5 days before an event like a wedding. The risk of post-treatment breakouts diminishes with regular treatments. Contraindications. Contraindications for facial cupping are similar to those for providing any skincare service. Cold sores, open wounds, severe acne, cuts and abrasions, swelling, fresh bruising, melanoma or other cancers, eczema, dermatitis or psoriasis, bleeding for any reason, broken capillaries, moles, skin tags, and warts. Facial cupping technique. Begin by performing a pre-cleanse with HydroPeptide cleansing gel. Next, perform the main cleanse with HydroPeptide cleanser of choice or as directed by the protocol. Next, tone the skin using HydroPeptide toner of choice or as directed by the protocol. Next, perform HydroPeptide exfoliation of choice or as directed by the protocol. Facial cupping will generally be performed in place of face, neck, and décolleté massage. Apply a thin layer of HydroPeptide soothing balm to entire area to be treated. Additional soothing balm may be added during cupping treatment if necessary to maintain glide. Begin with a 1-inch diameter cup. Glide outward along the clavicle, working up the neck toward the underside of the ear. Repeat 3 times. Continue by placing the 1-inch diameter cup on the center line of the chin and gliding along the jaw, moving toward the ear. Repeat 3 times. Switch to the 3/8 inch diameter cup. Place the cup above the top lip, centered. Glide outward toward ear. Repeat 3 times. If there are fine lines along lips, end by performing site cupping on each deep wrinkle for a few seconds to increase circulation to the area in order to minimize lines. Switch to 1-inch diameter facial cup. Return to the clavicle. Glide outward along the clavicle, working up the neck toward the underside of the ear. Repeat 3 times. Switch to 3/8 inch diameter cup. Beginning just under the inside corner of the eye, slowly glide toward the outside edge of the eye. Beginning at the inside of the eye, glide slowly across the top of the eye just under the brow, moving toward the outside edge of the eye. Perform site cupping between eyes and allow cup to rest for a few seconds before gliding up toward the hairline. Switch to 1-inch diameter facial cup. Beginning in the center of the forehead, directly above the brow, glide toward the temple and down to just above the ear. Beginning in the center of the forehead, halfway up from the brow, glide toward the temple and down to just above the ear. Beginning in the center of the forehead, just below the hairline, glide toward the temple and down to just above the ear. Return to the clavicle a final time. Glide outward along the clavicle, working up the neck toward the underside of the ear. Repeat 3 times. Repeat all steps on other side of the face. Continue facial treatment by performing mask and finishing steps of your choice or as directed by the protocol.